guys, I am feeling inspired to do something fun with my makeup, and so I thought I would film it, do a chatty get ready with me. I know I just posted a get ready with me like a week or two ago, but I filmed that like 3 weeks ago, so I feel like we haven't checked in a while. And if you are at all interested in me or my life or what's going on, I thought it would be fun to sit down and chat while I do my makeup. So if that sounds at all interesting to you, just keep watching. So I am going to start with my Hello Fab Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. I am blowing through this, well, not blowing through this like an unnecessary amount. I have a ton of mini primers, and I only have like 1 or 2 full-size primers. So my goal for this year that I don't think I'm going to hit is I wanted to use up all of my minis and then just have the full-size ones, but I kept getting minis at a rate quicker than I was using them up, so I might end with more, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. I think next year I'm gonna try to do better tracking of like before and after, so I'll like have my inventory. I'll probably get bored in December, just make like 14 spreadsheets for no one but myself. I'm gonna go in with this CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in the shade Classic Ivory. I've pulled the stopper out of this and I've gotten to the point where I have to stick a makeup brush down in there and then get it. Then what I do is I put it onto the little doe foot. It's a very scientific process, in case you were wondering. And then I'll also, get a good swipe to look like a complete crazy person. I really need to wash my brushes because I have a little concealer brush. It just has like purple eyeshadow on it for reasons that no one understands. I have no clue what look I was doing when I did that. I'm just gonna go in and go under my eyes, hit the nose, the forehead, these spots that will not go away. And since this concealer is drying out a little bit, I have started employing a new technique for blending it out that you're going to see in just a quick second. Now that I have the concealer on my face, I'm going to take just a teeny tiny bit of my CoverGirl, Clean Fresh Skin Milk in the shade 550 Light Medium. I'm going to put that on my sponge and I'm going to use that to blend in the concealer. 1 second, I have to move the plant. I found that since this is a really liquidy foundation, it helps blend in the concealer, because sometimes this concealer is I have so little left. Like I have maybe 2 uses left of it, and it's getting really dry, and so it's kind of hard to blend out when it's like this. But anywho's, how was everyone's Halloween? I am filming this the week after Halloween, and I have no clue when it's gonna go up, so if it's like 3 weeks after Halloween, just pretend that we haven't had this conversation yet. Our friend lent us his bonsai tree because he doesn't really get any sun in his apartment, just the way that everything's situated. And so his bonsai tree was not getting enough sun, which was not good. And so he gave him to us so we can set him outside for a little bit every day. And I had to go move the plant. Okay, so now that is all blended out, I'm just going to take a little bit of my Coty Airspun powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. Oh, that was a lot. Whew. See, when they're like semi-new, they just spew powder everywhere. Actually, that's a lie. They always spew powder everywhere. I just forgot how much it was because I haven't used this powder in a very long time. Take it and press it. So anyways, so how's everyone's Halloween? What was your costume, if you did a costume? Some people's costumes were a person who's been in a shelter-in-place area for, 6 months. That was my costume on Halloween night, but the night before, we did a little thing. For those of you who don't know, I go to university in the States, so I'm just going to take these 2 shades and lightly bronze. I have 2 in-person socially distanced classes, and the rest of my classes are online. Everything has been very safe, and my roommate and I talked it out, and we basically made a very short list of people who we interact with, because we like interacting with people, and we kind of talked to them and we're like, look, so we're gonna only interact with you. You let us know who you're interacting with. For example, one of the people we interact with is that friend with the tree I was talking about. They have like one or two other friends that him and his roommates see. So we interact with them, and then we interact with our very good friend Roslyn. And then my best friend Carmen came down for Halloween weekend. So we felt very comfortable with that. So we just had all of the people in our circle over. And that was a lot of fun. We played games. We're like those dorks who like sit around and play Catan, and we're like, game. But anyways, I felt the need to explain that so that it's not like, I'm like, yeah, and then we had these people over, and then we had these people over, and people are like, you're the reason everything's shutting down because you're a stupid college student who can't get your shit together. We just got a slap on the wrist email from the president of the school, because I guess people who are living on campus are not a few. They caught people not socially distancing properly, not following safety guidelines, as they say. Or that's what my school calls it. They're like, because they have just a bunch of guidelines, and they were catching a bunch of people not following safety guidelines, and then also I just went a little bit too crazy with the blush, so I'm just kind of going over it with the foundation end of my sponge, just to kind of look less clowny. Actually, I look about as clowny as I do every day, so no need to worry. I'm just gonna highlight with my Becca highlighter. I used my Lorac blush. I'm at the point with these Get Readies with me's where I don't feel the need to say every single thing I'm using, because it is the same as every other Get Ready with me. And 2 sororities got in trouble for like hosting events. We are being much safer by comparison. I won't have any in-persons next quarter. That's just not the way that my schedule's working out thus far. I registered for classes this morning, and I got into almost everything I need to get into. And then I got into the backup course for the one that I'm waitlisted in, if that makes sense. So I come up with like plan A, B, C, D, E, because sometimes registration goes super smooth and you get into everything on the first try and you don't need any backups. And sometimes you're waitlisted for literally every single course you need to take. And it's the most stressful thing ever. I'm going to be taking slightly less units than I am this quarter. And more of my classes are with my friends, which is nice. Just because I don't want to say a social learner. When it comes to taking notes, watching videos, like intaking information, I am much more of a solitary learner. I like to close the door and play music, or if I'm watching a video, then just like shut everything else out and just focus and grind. But if I'm doing like practice problems, or we're studying for a quiz, studying for a test, that's when I'm much more of a social learner. I joke that I need peer pressure. Like, I need someone to be like, hey, we're doing practice problems, because if I do them by myself, I'll do like 2 and then not do any more. Let's spray on my face. What do I want to do? I think I want to do, I did this look and I posted it to my Instagram, and people seemed to really like it. I just got a lot of comments and likes and stuff, and I mean, I really liked it, and that's really what matters. Where it was like a purple wing and then blue on the bottom. That was a fun look. I think I'm gonna do something like that. That sounds fun. Okay, so then I'm going to prep my eyelids with the Lorac Behind the Seams Eye Primer. Just gonna take a teeny tiny bit and dab it on my eyelids. I'll lay down a little bit of shadow as a base, just because if not, then sometimes like the concealer and foundation that I kind of carried onto my lid will get in the way. I'm going to take this just fluffy blending brush. I'm going to dip it into the shade Halo, which is the one that does not have pan on it yet, which is my new goal. I'm just going to brush it in the crease. I feel like editing Jasmine is going to be very frustrated with filming Jasmine and the way that she keeps rambling and getting off topic in this, but nevertheless. Back to Halloween. It was a lot of fun. So me, my best friend who came down to visit, my roommate, and then our other good friend Rosalind, who's in our circle, everyone came over / got here, all those four. You know what I'm saying. Got here around like 2. And then we baked, so we made cookies and Rice Krispie treats. I'm just going to take the shade Sandalwood and just dust it very lightly in the crease. So we baked. I did everyone's makeup. We kind of cleaned up the apartment. It was just a lot of fun. We listened to music. And so it was just a lot of fun, especially since, so our friend Rosalind was my roommate for Halloween. Like, she dressed up in her clothes and we did her makeup really fun. Like, I did my roommate's makeup a few weeks ago just for a random game night. So it was very bright pink. It was using the pinks and purples in this palette. Anywho's, and so then that was a lot of fun. And then for me, my best friend and my roommate, we were all NFL cheerleaders. I'm going to preface this by, I know this is not, we did not look like the NFL cheerleaders. Like, we didn't do the full, like, boots and everything. We just got t-shirts for our team. So I was a Packers cheerleader. My roommate's from Dallas. She was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. And then my best friend is a 49ers fan, so she was a Niners Gold Rush, which is the name of their cheer team. And so then, because we were all, like, cheerleaders, I felt a little bit entitled to go kind of crazy with the makeup. My roommate had a full-on, like, glittery smoky eye, which, okay, the blending got a little bit away from me. The shape was uneven, and it got to a point where she was like, Jazz, it looks good. Just stop blending. It's fine. Which, thank God for her, because I would have sat there and it would have bothered me for years and years and years. Now I'm going to start doing the wing. So I'm going to take this MAC 263 brush, which is a teeny tiny liner brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Risque. And I'm just going to start on my lid line, and then I'll go in and do the wings after. Sorry, you cannot see what I'm doing. I'm trying my best. So, and then my roommate, I did like a brown smoke. She did like a black and gray smoky eye on her. I did a brown smoky eye on me, and then I did like more of a regular eye look, but I did gold glitter all over Carmen, best friend. It was really fun. And then we had the bright pink glittery. This is actually working really nice as a liner. I think last time I used my Tati Beauty palette for the upper lash line. I'm gonna stop talking to try and do the wings, and then I'll be right back. Oh no, I just effed that up, didn't I? I'm going to step away because I don't think this is going to look better. It actually, okay, let me rephrase. I think this looks good. I don't do winged liner very often, so for me this is like, oh my god, can't believe I did it on the first try. I am going to curl my lashes and put on a wee bit of lash primer before going to the bottom lash line. I'm going to line my lower lash line and my lower waterline with this Cargo Cosmetics Swimmables eye pencil in the shade Lake Como. So I'm just going to warm it up on the back of my hand before going in. Next quarter, my classes are largely asynchronous, meaning that there's no set time where I meet with my teachers for them to lecture. It'll be through videos, and I kind of go at my own pace to a certain extent. I mean, I can't just decide I don't want to do schoolwork anymore and just stop, obviously. There's still assignments and due dates, but I have to take a little bit more accountability for my learning, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know. So my classes last spring, were mostly asynchronous. I think I like it because it gives me more freedom. I can study when I can wake up whenever I want, work out whenever I want. I get to like kind of come up more with my own schedule. which is nice. But I also have to, I have to get like super close to the mirror to be able to do this without stabbing myself in the eye. But I also have to have a lot of willpower. I need to be like, no, Jasmine, you can't sleep in until noon, and then eat breakfast, and then watch TV for 2 hours, and then start homework. I generally, what I started doing last quarter is I got in a habit. I would wake up at 7:30, and I would kind of let myself just like slowly wake up, fart around on my phone, etc. Then I would kind of make myself breakfast, and I would be sitting down at my laptop at 8 and start working. Whatever I had to do that day, I would do homework for like an hour or two, and then usually around like 10, sometimes 11, so that's like 2 or 3 hours actually, I would stop, I would hit the brakes, go, work out, shower, I did my makeup, and then I had 2 classes that were synchronous in the afternoon. Cargo Cosmetics was not kidding around when they made these. These are probably the most waterproof eyeliners I've ever used. I think the best way to describe these Cargo eyeliners is that they start off really dry, and then you like warm it up, you put it on, and then it's like, and then it just finishes drying down really quickly, and then it's budge proof. It's not like super creamy, I would say. Out of all eyeliners that are like considered generally like, oh, they're super creamy, they budge on me. They budge and smudge and all that. Like the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliners, I can't do them. They get everywhere. And that might be because I'm a sloppy eyeliner applier, but just saying, it's not budge proof. Just going to take my highlighter and dab it into the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm going to quickly hop off and apply mascara. I'm going to first go in with the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and then I will probably layer what's left of the Wander Beauty Mile High Club mascara over it. Okay, and then since my eyes watered a little bit, I'm just going to warm this up again and just go back in just on the waterline and kind of under my inner corners just to really get a nice intensity on the blue shade. Okay, my eye is just a watery mess now, so we're just gonna be happy with our life choices. So to wrap everything off, I'm going to, oh, nope, that fell straight out. Excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna go in quickly with this clear, this might be the end of you. Got it on camera, guys. The end of this lip liner. Yeah, nope, that is just a crumbly mess. Spoiler for my 21 Lippies update. Great, because I'm done with your crap. Now that that's over and done with, I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Nude Balm in the shade Plush Plum. I'm just going to take a little bit and then blend it out on my finger. And then I'm just going to go over the center with this MAC Innocence Beware lipstick. So there you have it. This is the completed look. I'm going to insert a good picture right now just in case this lighting is not as great as I think it is. If you liked this video, if you liked getting to know me, if you liked watching me struggle with my eyeliner for 20 minutes, please make sure to give this a thumbs up. Leave comments down below if you would like to see more like this, and I hope to see you soon. Bye guys!